Hi, good morning. I'm Joe and welcome to my shipping container house. Today I want to talk about the gas meter. The gas company came yesterday and they hung this meter. I'll tell you what, that is quite an impressive meter. This house burns, well, this house and the pole barn is going to burn 1,700,000 BTUs of gas. So there has to be a 2-inch gas line run to the house. They have it in the locked off position right now because they have to, when they put the meter on, I had to run it, put the pipes together to get into the house, so they need to re-inspect and check for leaks. Before they would hang the meter, they told me to pressure test it. They told me to put 50 pounds of air pressure in there, let it sit for 24 hours, make sure there weren't any leaks. So that I did. I'm taking you downstairs right now. And that's my gas piping. We painted it yellow. And I'll show you how we pressure tested it. I went to one of the appliances. This is a hot water heater. It's an on-demand hot water heater. And I bought this little thing at Menards. So it gave me the Schrader valve and a port for a gauge. So I got my gauge on there and I pumped it up to 50 pounds of pressure and it leaked. I had 4 leaks. I was surprised because I get things very tight, but I had 4 leaks, so I had to fix my leaks. When I was pressure testing, I didn't want somebody to accidentally open up one of these valves and allow that 50 pounds of air pressure to go into the appliance. You'll ruin the regulators. So what I did was I capped them off, so there was no possible way that anybody could open the valve, or even if the valve leaked a little bit, and the air pressure slowly leaked into the appliances, it would ruin the valves. These appliances are designed to work off of 3.5 inches of gas pressure, and I'm putting 50 pounds of pressure in there. So when I discovered my leak, the gauge had moved right here, and I thought, well, you know what? I wonder if I have a bad Schrader valve or something here is leaking. So I filled it up again with 50 pounds of pressure that night, and I closed this valve. So the whole system had 50 pounds of pressure, but this valve was closed. I came down the next morning, and the gauge said 50 pounds of pressure. So I said, okay, let's see. When I opened this valve, that gauge dropped. So I knew I had a leak somewhere. So that was my way of determining, was a leak in this assembly right here or in my piping. I then put 80 pounds of pressure in there and soap bubbles. I found my leaks, I fixed them, I redoped them, retightened them. I was surprised because we used Teflon tape and pipe dope and we got things very tight. But so made a believer out of me, made a real believer out of me to pressure test your gas piping. So now today's project is we have to put all these appliances back together. This one I can. The furnace I cannot because I don't have my chimneys hooked up to it. The gas dryer I can, and the hot water heater I can because that has a chimney. Let's see, the boiler has it, but I'm not going to turn the boiler on because we're not going to be using it. So then I'll call the gas company, I'll put the pipes back together, we'll paint them, we'll have them re-inspect, and they can turn on take the lock off the gas meter, and I'll have natural gas to the house. All right, well, you guys have a great day. I hope this information was helpful. Stay safe and welcome to Tennessee.